Last of Us 2 is late to the party, specifically Naughty Dog and Neil Druckmann. And when I say they're late to the party, they are late to the freaking party. Now, when I talk about things like this, it's because, take for example, everything that's going on with the leaks and stuff like that, and video games get leaked a lot, which is an unfortunate side effect, honestly, of today's media and today's culture. We're stuck, being online on the internet with everything, and because of that, everything seems to get leaked, whether it's a movie, whether it's a TV show, whether it's a video game, whatever. Everything as far as plot points or characters or things like that always seem to get leaked. And so Last of Us 2 is no exception to that. But in this case, I mean, like, everything got leaked and it was absolutely crazy. But when I say Last of Us 2 or Naughty Dog and Neil Druckmann are late to the party, it's the fact that it took them so long to start issuing takedown notices. And they finally started doing so, like, almost a week later. Like, wow. It took them a long time to do that. I haven't gotten one yet for my video. Actually, I took my video down anyways because I don't want to get hit with something like that. But to give an example of good versus bad, or people who are on top of their stuff as opposed to people who aren't, let's take case in point Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII Remake was leaked, or not specifically leaked, but it was released early in Australia, and because it was released early in Australia, people started playing it on Twitch and they started playing it on YouTube and doing videos and stuff. All of those videos and those live streams were taken down by Square Enix. They got on top of that really quick, and because they didn't want anybody to be spoiled. So Square Enix can do their job. Apparently Naughty Dog can't, because they're so busy not paying their employees that they can't seem to fix their problems that they do have. And like, I'm not defending Naughty Dog at all. Like, the whole situation with them not paying their employees and mistreatment and all that stuff, like, that's wrong. That is 100% wrong. As well as the leaker. The leaker was wrong to do so as well. Like, I understand, like, some people are happy that he leaked the information because they're saying that it saves them some money, and look, I can understand that. You're gonna be upset about the mistreatment of the characters and things like that characters that you love and enjoy. I understand. I completely understand. If you're gonna be mad about that, be mad about that. If you're mad because you don't like the story developments and the story plots and the way that the game will progress, okay, I can understand that too. Like, that it would upset me, but it's kind of taken out of context as well. And again, I'm not defending Naughty Dog. I'm not defending their decisions for things, because to me, a lot of these things, as far as the leaks go, I'm not gonna talk about the leaks here, but as far as the leaks go, a lot of it to me stems off of, like, shock factor. Like, they're trying to do as much as they can to shock the player, and I think that's the wrong approach to taking things as far as character development and things like that goes. So yeah, there could be better ways to handle situations like that, or just better ways to handle characters and to further your plot, instead of relying on just shock factor to get a response out of the game players and progress your plot. Like, that you could have, that's lazy writing. That's what it is to me. It's lazy writing. Am I upset about it? Yes, I'm upset about it because, again, I'm not a fan of lazy writing. I want good writing. I want good game story. Like, I play these games for the story and for the gameplay. You can have one without having the other. You can have a game that has little to no story in it, and the gameplay is absolutely fantastic, and that's why you play the game. There's plenty of games out there like that, like fighting games, for example. You don't play fighting games for the story. If you do, cool, because some fighting games have really good stories, but you play the fighting games mostly for the fighting games, and sometimes the scantily clad women. But either case, like, I this whole situation is just being handled very poorly, and I'm with you guys who say they should delay the game, rewrite the story, and stuff like that. I honestly want them to do that. It's not going to happen because they have investors they need to appease to. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to buy the game. I'm going to play it. But now my reasonings for doing so are changing. I'm gonna play it because I want to see what happens, like as far as like the entire story goes, and I want to see if it's gonna be something that I enjoy or not. If I don't, if the story is just a dumpster fire, then I will play it and we'll talk and talk about how bad the story is, and we'll talk about what I didn't enjoy out of it, and how I will make fun of certain situations because I do that. If it's a good story, if they actually manage to pull it together and it's a freaking best story ever, I highly doubt it. But if they do pull it together, then we'll talk about that too. We'll talk about how good of a story it is, what they did right. There's a lot of things to talk about in this kind of situation, but until the game's in my hands to play, I can't make a full review on it. I can't review a game based on spoiler videos. Like, that's just not fair to the developers who put their time and effort into trying to make a good game with the resources that they have. You can't really blame the full development team of things that are going wrong. If you want to blame people, blame Naughty Dog as a company, blame Neil Druckmann, and blame the person who leaked everything. Like, those three are to blame, to be 100% honest. If you don't plan on buying the game, don't buy it. I mean, nobody's going to try to force you to buy the game. I'm not going to try to force you to buy the game. I'd be the first person to tell you, not to buy a game just because somebody tells you to. I'd also be the first person to tell you to play a game that you're looking forward to, and don't listen to people who tell you to not buy a game or who try to put you down for wanting to buy the game. Because at the end of the day, one, it's your money. Two, you enjoy what you're going to enjoy. And like, I make fun of people just to tease them for wanting to play like Dragon Ball Kakarot. Like, Kakarot, if you guys like Kakarot, fine. But for me, it's a story that I've played many times in games before. Yeah, the gameplay is slightly different. It's still, Tenkaichi or whatever. That's how I feel about it. And so I don't like it, but other people do, and I know a lot of people who do. So again, you're allowed to like whatever you're gonna like. And as far as the takedown notices go, again, man, they're late to the party. The damage is done. They should have done this the minute that stuff was leaked. They didn't. But I guess, that's just a testament to how the company is run. With that, guys, I will catch you all later. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, all of that stuff. And before we go, there was a tweet. I had this pulled up too, and that's not the tweet I was looking at. There it is. All right. We're going to talk about this tweet really quick from Neil Druckmann as well as Naughty Dog. So Naughty Dog says, "We know the last few days have been incredibly difficult for you. We feel the same. It's disappointing to see the release and sharing of pre-released footage and development. Do your best to avoid spoilers, and we ask that you don't spoil it for others. Last of Us Part 2 will be in your hands soon. No matter what you see and hear, the final experience will be worth it." And then Neil Druckmann responds, "Heartbroken for the team, heartbroken for our fans. We're still incredibly excited to get the game into your hands." As far as those tweets go, okay, I'm going to address that really quick because that last part, no matter what you see and hear, the final experience will be worth it. I don't know about that. I don't agree with that. Okay, I don't agree with it. It's one of those things where a lot has been leaked, and it's hard to trust a comment like that where it says, no matter what you see, the final experience will be worth it. If the leaks weren't so damaging, then I'd be like, okay, fine. Like, if they were just a couple leaks here and there. But the leaks are really, really damaging to the game. Honestly, like, it's going to affect sales. It's going to affect reception. People are upset about it. And not just. And here's the thing: it's not just the people who were screaming out SJW and pandering and stuff like that. The people that they were apparently pandering to, or allegedly pandering to, they're upset about it too because they're not happy the way that characters are treated in this game. So it's a lose-lose situation for everybody, especially Naughty Dog, because they seem to have pissed everybody off. I'm not gonna say that I'm like super excited for it at this point, but I'm still wanting to play it because I want to see everything that there is in the game. The combat looks fantastic, and that's one of the things that got me excited in the first place, was seeing the combat. So I can't wait to play it on live stream for you guys and for us to discuss this further. So anyways, guys, I'll catch you all later. Thank you once again Peace out, guys.